Have you ever had one of those brilliant ideas for an app, but then that little voice in your head goes, yeah, but I can't code? Well, that barrier, it's pretty much gone. Today, we're going to see how you can build and launch a real, working web app just by describing it. Let's take a look at how you can turn your idea into an app like right now.
I mean, think about the old way, right? Building an app was this huge, monumental task. You had to learn multiple coding languages, wrestle with servers, figure out databases. It was a whole thing that could take months, sometimes even years. Now, look at the new way. It's just describe your idea. That's it. We're talking about going from months of headaches to literally minutes of just talking.
And, this isn't just a tiny improvement. It's a massive, fundamental shift. This quote here really says it all. The path to creation has never been more accessible. What that really means is that the power to build cool stuff isn't just for a handful of expert developers anymore. It's for everyone. It's for you.
Okay, so how do we get started? Well, it all kicks off with the prompt. The best way to think about this is like it's the architectural blueprint for your app. This is easily the most important part because it tells the AI exactly what you want to build. You get this part right, and believe me, you are well on your way.
So, the first piece of a really great prompt is defining the task. You have to be super clear here, no vague stuff. For example, instead of saying something like, make a food app, which isn't very helpful, you'd say, create an app that suggests recipes based on the ingredients I have in my fridge. See the difference? Specificity is absolutely your best friend here.
Next up, you get to set the tone. This is basically your app's personality. Do you want it to feel like a super helpful, friendly assistant? Or maybe you want something a little more witty and fun? Or hey, maybe it needs to be strictly professional. This one instruction shapes everything, from the words on the screen to the overall vibe, and it makes the whole experience way more engaging for whoever's using it.
And finally, you gotta specify the format. This is so important for making your app actually usable. I mean, imagine if our recipe app just gave you a giant wall of text. It'd be a nightmare, right? By telling the AI to put the output into, say, a clean table or a simple bulleted list, you make sure all that great information is organized, clear, and actually easy to use.
Okay, so you've written your blueprint, your perfect prompt, and the AI has whipped up the first version of your app. But here's the cool part. It's not set in stone. The next step is really just a conversation. This is where you get to refine and polish your creation using simple, everyday language.
So, let's say our prompt generated this. A personalized recipe suggester. It's basic, it's functional, it works. But, we can definitely make it better. Let's see how we can spruce this up a bit.
And this is the part that honestly feels like magic. We don't need to dive into any code to make changes. We just talk to it. We can say something as simple as this. Okay, now make the title larger and add a surprise me button for a random recipe. It's really just a chat. And just like that, the app is updated. Look at that. The title's bigger, and boom! There's our brand new Surprise Me button. It's this super simple back and forth process that lets you tweak and perfect everything about your app without ever having to touch a single line of code. All right, you've crafted your idea, you've refined it, your app is ready to go. Now it's time for the most exciting part, launching it for the whole world to see. And believe it or not, this might just be the easiest step of them all. Seriously, think about all the stuff that usually goes into launching a website. You've got domains, hosting, deploying code, all that complicated stuff. Well, that entire process has been squished down. It all comes down to one single magic button. And there it is. That's the secret. The entire process is just this. Deploy it to Cloud Run with a single button click. That is it. One little click takes your app from being a private draft on your computer to a live, public website that anyone, anywhere can use.
Let's just break down this incredibly complex launch process, shall we? Step 1. Get your app looking good. Step 2. Click that Deploy to Cloud Run button. And, well, as you can see, there is no Step 3. You're live. It really is that simple.
And this is why this is such a game changer. You're not just getting some little toy web page. You're getting a professional-grade serious setup. You get a live, shareable URL in seconds. The app automatically scales to handle tons of users, and this is huge. It scales down to 0, so you don't pay a penny when no one's using it. Your API key stays safe, and the whole thing comes with a free tier of 2 million requests a month. That's massive.
And just like that, you've done it. After just a few minutes of describing an idea and then chatting with an AI to make it better, you are officially a builder. You've taken an idea out of your head and made it a real, tangible thing on the internet. This is what it looks like in the wild. A clean, real, shareable URL that you can text to your friends, email to your family, whatever you want. Your idea isn't just an idea anymore, it's a destination.
And you know, it's not just us saying this. This feeling of, wow, I can actually do this is everywhere. Jason Burks over on the Dev Community Forum just nailed it. He said, I always thought deploying AI apps was a pretty technical process, but this post made me realize how much easier it has become. He totally gets what makes this whole thing so revolutionary.
So let's just recap. We just walked through going from a simple thought to a live, scalable web application in a matter of minutes. And we did it all without writing a single line of code. The barrier to entry, that big wall that said coders only, has been completely knocked down. Which really only leaves one question. What will you build next?